part of what we do is food rescues. We call them rescues. And I always feel like I'm on some secret mission to go and rescue food and then deliver it to people who are going to enjoy and eat it. And then we also do public education, teaching people how to be able to get more life from the food that they have, and to help them understand that something, just because it's at a best before date, doesn't mean they can't eat it, because a lot of people don't know that. Then we also have a Facebook page where people can offer what they're not about to eat. So we have, and it's called Share It, Don't Toss It. And so you can put a picture up. And one time I saw this person put a picture up of half of a birthday cake. And they said, it was my birthday. Somebody brought cake. I do not want to have to eat the entire cake. Would anybody like it? And then all of a sudden there was all these answers. Oh, and they said what part of town they're in. And a whole bunch of people were like, yes, please, I'll come and pick up your birthday cake. Sometimes it's teas. Sometimes it's vegetables from somebody's garden that they have extra. So it's a way for the community to be able to offer to somebody else. And sometimes people think that because somebody's offering it, they're like, oh, I don't want to ask for it because maybe somebody needs it more than me. But our ideology at Ottawa Food Sharing is that, yeah, sharing food can really help with food security, but our main goal is that that food doesn't get wasted, because we think that food has a lot of value, a lot of time and energy went into that food, and it has so many rich resources for our bodies. So if we can use it, let's use it. If it's kind of like on the edge and maybe we shouldn't be using it, there's some farms that will accept food for their animals. And so we do some deliveries to some local farms. And then if that doesn't work, then can we compost it so that we get it back into the earth and not into landfill? And so that's what I wanted to share with you, and I am open for your questions.
Wow, well, thank you so much for that. That was a lot of awesome information about how it works. Does anyone have a question they want to start with?
I have a garden.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you grow in your garden?
We grow purple lettuce, we grow tomatoes, we grow carrots, we grow cucumbers,
Wow.
broccoli, and lettuce, beans, basil, and peppers, and hot peppers, and basil.
Wow, that sounds like a fantastic garden, and it would help you understand how valuable that food is. So my personal feeling is that when people grow their own food, they have a much better understanding.
That's what we got, a composter.
What'd you get?
A composter that you put compost in, and then you put in this thing, machine, and then you put like powder in it, and then you wait for 2 months, and then it turns it into perfectly good soil.
Magic. Exactly. So that's what we would really like everybody to understand, is that food, if it's not usable anymore, it still has value, that it could turn back into soil, that could go back into your garden and help more food grow. Thank you for doing that.
I'm impressed. That's a lot of gardening for one of our city yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. You'll have to show us one day. You'll have to give us a tour one time.
I have 6 gardens.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what are you growing?
I have peas, asparagus, lots of lettuce, some carrots, beans, zucchini, cucumbers, tomatoes, strawberries, peppers, and all that type of veggies.
Sounds delicious.
Wow, you guys are so impressive. I can't believe it. I do feel that maybe in this current reality of us being at home, I feel like more people are doing gardens this year, which is maybe a silver lining of the whole situation. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting into it. Maybe I'll have to do next year though. Alrighty, I don't know.
Sounds like you have some people here who could give you some tips.
I think so. I could go over and do a walking tour and learn a bit from them. Kids can teach me.
or maybe even some seeds. So if you leave one of your biggest pea pods and you just tie a little ribbon around the stem and tell everybody, don't pick that one I'm going to keep for seed. Eventually it'll dry up, and then you open up the pea pod and inside you'll have enough to grow more peas next year.
Oh, that's a good idea. I could come and maybe get a pea pod from someone in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you do want to make sure that it dries on the stem for it to have the peas develop into seeds well enough for growing.